All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Bookmap Academy. We do this every Thursday at 4 p.m. We go through your content, review it. It's a coaching and mentoring program. I'll talk more about the Bookmap Academy uh, and also a subset of the Bookmap Academy in just a minute. But our goal here is we offer a process and a path to improving yourself here in the Bookmap Academy. If you're interested in this, go to bookmap.com, click on the More button up here, and then under Community, go to Bookmap Academy, and you can read through this in here. Your goal or our goal for you is to journal your trading activity and then post it on social media or in here in the Discord room on our community and get feedback. Get feedback from everyone that's involved in the academy and share back and forth. But then the coaches will also look at it specifically. We'll select some and go through them in detail, especially like during this meeting, as you'll see, and give you some feedback. And the goal, though, is to open the mic for you to speak. So we want to hear from you, and then we can react. All right, you can read through this in here, the Academy, and the steps, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. As you progress and get good, you can get Bookmap for free. You can become a coach, and you can get data for free as well. You can even work into becoming a Bookmap streamer. So anyway, that's the idea here behind the Bookmap Academy. And then let's go through what our approach is for journaling and building your playbook. I go through this at every, and I'll probably update this slide, but at every All Markets webinar on Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays that we look at the impetus, understanding what's moving the market. It's vitally important. Then we look at our key levels, where we want to deal or where others are dealing, and then we start to develop scenarios and strategies out of that. Like if it's high of the day or low of the day, how do you want to react? Are you bullish? Are you bearish? Are you looking for a mean reversion trade? Are you looking for it to an extended range, etc.? And then you choose your proper setup. This is so important. If you choose the proper setup after going through steps 1, 2, and 3 here, it's easy. Your setup, you should know it. You should know what it looks like. You grade it. You determine the sizing and risk you want to put on, and you simply execute and manage the trade. That's it. Now, the Bookmap or the program here is actually a subset of this Bookmap Academy, and it's very specific. It's very focused. It's not so much about. It's very much about journaling. However, what we do is it's much more about building an edge for yourself, and you're going to do that through your journaling. But it's very specific. One setup or two setups that you're looking at and following through on that with this process that we put together. And my reaction for creating this program here was seeing all these traders out there that are studying the great setups, but they don't know how to trade it over time. They don't know how to build an edge. They don't know if they have an edge. That's what this is for. So if you're interested in this, we'll put the link into the chat for you, and you can sign up. It's all included with your Bookmap Global and Global Plus subscription. All right, let's go through the disclosures and we'll jump in. General disclosure, all Bookmap limited materials, information, and presentations are for educational purposes only and should not be considered specific investment advice nor recommendations. Risk disclosure, trading futures, equities, and digital currencies involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, so let's jump in here and let's see. David, we'll start with you. And
Champion.
you've got
I've got two. I've got Daniel R and
yeah,
Ash
let's start
from.
with Daniel here. Hold on just a minute. Okay.
Let's see if he's in the
Is he in the room
below.
here? Someone new, so Let's take a look here.
He was your trader of the week, I think, wasn't he? If I got it right.
Let's see, was he Dan? Was he trader of the week here? Anyway, let's let's see if he's.
He was indeed, says Danny Ocean. Yeah.
Okay. So let's hold on just a minute here. Get my bearings straight. Okay. I don't see him in here, but then
No.
David, why don't you, since you're the coach here, why don't you walk us through
sure.
and what you saw here?
Yeah, definitely. So my usual line, please, of good morning, good evening, good afternoon to traders. It's great to see everyone in here. Hopefully everyone's had a good day in what was quite a brutal sell down across the markets, something I wasn't expecting myself. Got to put my hands up on that. Nice chart in here. Has to say, some nice chart. I do like this sort of variable color. I think Laura and others use this sort of grayscale, if I call it. I think, Bruce, this is on Eastern time. I might be wrong on that. So please, when we write these up, traders, do try and put that in there. It just help me out because, as you know, I focus a lot on things like various closes and news and so forth. If it was the close, Bruce, or getting towards the close, then it's that last sort of power hour of the day. I do like he's also on the next chart, not this one, he's added a context chart. This one he hasn't, so it can be quite nice when you're laying out just to sort of give that zoomed out view. So we've just got a bit of a feel of what's going on. His setup here, he's playing the stop runs. So there's a stop run up, it scoots up, price comes back down. Simple narrative off David. It's German time. Thank you, Laura. Appreciate that. Price comes back down to that POC level, and then he takes an entry in, as you can see, Bruce, gets slapped back out, and then he has another go, which I love. I love the fact that you went in to start with, and it didn't work out, but I do like that boldness, Bruce. You know, that actual, that's how I trade, isn't it? The attack, you know, the attack of going in. Comes back down, he goes in again, and then we're seeing those higher low patterns. He knows where his exit is. He's marked his exit back up to where the stop run started, and he holds out, which is really, really brave. So really good. He's making use of VWAP, or as Voodoo, as I call it. He's making use of the stop runs, which something. If I say, I don't see if John's in the room. John and me have been doing a lot this week, Bruce, on crude, making use of that. If I was you, I'd pull the volume bars up just a little bit. Maybe that's just me. Maybe not focusing on the volume bars at the bottom as much as some of us do. But if you bring that up, you'll get a little better view, I think, on matters. I'd be curious. Also, I can see on the tabs you've got gold, so it'd be interesting to know how your trades are on gold, or are you using that as some sort of, you know, another lens across the markets, as some people do. But overall, what I like here, Bruce, is that this is KISS trading. You know, it really is keeping it simple. Simple pan, looking for the signals, using the tools, stops and iceberg. You've got the support and resistance, which you can clearly see on the left of the chart. He's got the POC, he's got VWAP, and then he's trading off from that. First trade doesn't work out, but he's got the conviction, no, I am determined to do this, and off he goes. So yeah, no, really good. I'll throw the ball back to you, Bruce, after that ramble, please.
So,
Thanks, David.
no, it's kind of tough here. It's kind of back and forth,
Yep.
and but I do see something that, you know, I know is attractive to you is the volume. You see the buyers coming in, and they are overpowering the sellers. The sellers take it right back down though, and that's his idea. There is solid. You know, just get in when you start to see the buyers come back in, and look to take it to the, you know, top of the range, or where those sellers initiated, or to liquidity, or the swing, somewhere where we know there's going to be some sort of reaction, and then, you know, It's well, God, I don't know. It depends on how he's trading this. If it's a scalp, then getting out so quickly, he's just playing this little.
It is. It's 20 or so handled points. Yeah, it's a quick, cheeky scalp. So yeah, as you
Yeah,
say, it tunes with what I what I do a lot, particularly on the NQ.
yeah, and in the NQ, I mean, this is well, no, I get it. Like if you see this starting to come in, then you're just
Yeah,
looking for this to work immediately. If it and this would be
yeah,
your first place where you go, okay, it's not, I'm out.
I'm out.
Um,
Yeah,
and but I mean, you're still in a lot of chop.
yeah.
So and this thing moves. So
Oh, it
you
does.
know
It does.
you have to be careful. So this kind of chop in here is likely to happen. And then I don't quite understand I could understand getting in back here,
Yeah.
but I don't quite
What?
understand getting
Yeah.
back in here. Is what it looks like. And Nonetheless, it worked out.
Yeah.
And he took his profit up here where there's some structural elements and some high liquidity up here.
Right. Yeah.
And I think I guess my point is like overall like um, strong move, some chop, and we're seeing though the bias here to the upside
You are. Yes.
in this kind of consolidation in here, just because of the volume. Sure, it's trading into high liquidity on the way back up, but it's a lot of volume, and it accepted above the POC. So I would look for it. I think he had the right idea.
Mm. Yeah, it's definitely a high risk trade. That's for sure. Says me. I'm with you on that, Bruce. Yeah. But
Yeah,
it's effective. It's looking at that pattern. Laura's kindly correcting us on the sort of time of day towards the open, and the thing I was saying before we started is about scaling. What I do, damn, we don't know what you do, David, but still, uh, in these moves, Bruce, once I feel we're in place, which is probably around about sort of 15.25, 15.30. Which is the Laura's thinking is the actual cash open, and it is moving. Then you just got to start spanking away on the bid. Says me. You just have to,
yeah,
because if you are trying to get points out of a 20-point move, I say this really respectfully, you need to be ideally carrying a couple of contracts or more than a couple really through that. If you can, if your account would allow it, and you've got, yeah, you get the point.
yeah, 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 yeah. This is it's a tough one.
Mm.
Uh, the uh, I mean, it can drain your account really quickly, and it can also put you in profit really quickly. Uh, so I think you for the NQ, boy, like depending on what time frame you're trading, like there's a lot of risk here. Uh, may
Yeah,
consider the MNQ and go for the micro.
yeah. I mean, like today when the market's been tumbling, not do not follow me, but so I've been trading on NQ literally without a stop on the upside, because it's like I'm just going to roll the dice. I think you do this sometimes, Bruce. So there's not a recommendation, and I'm just keeping an eye on the points going on my trading chart, because it's just so volatile. I'm confident it's going down, but I know it's a zigzag on the way down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
But it's punting than trading, David.
yeah, yeah. I, I mean, I don't know. I think he like I said. I mean, a nice little consolidation pattern. I mean, it moved
Yeah.
up, moved down, but it's still accepting. Kind of where it broke out from, and that's bullish.
Yes.
So
Yeah. It is.
anyway, it looks like Scott's zones or something up here as well. Not
Okay.
sure.
Okay. It's got its own.
So maybe he's following that. So let's see here. Jump back. Uh, any questions, or we can bring Shark
He's got yeah,
and
bring Shark up, and he's got a similar trade, but on ES. So it's the one next down, Bruce. Well, perhaps we get Shark up. He's got a very similar setup on ES,
okay,
exactly the same sort of
okay,
thing. He's got a POC shift. Same sort of comments on that. He's got a context chart, which is great, so you can understand the support and resistance. Great, like it. I understand now. Thanks, Laura. In terms of his time zone, we've got the high-low patterns. He's got his target in there. I'm just going to say scale again, really, Bruce. Sorry. That's why I'm here, isn't it, to talk about scaling? That's what I'm here for, is scaling.
I mean, your aggressive style, David, Shark?
Hey
Welcome.
guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
We can. How's it going, buddy?
Good. I was having some audio issues when we started. So I've been watching Daniel's trade since he started posting recently. I like what he's doing. I just have one recommendation, Daniel. Your text is very difficult on the eyes for some reason. Perhaps solid text on a solid background, I think would help make your posts a little more user friendly.
Yeah, that's a real good point. I have a hard time reading this as well. Yeah, just
good shout.
This is this the trade that he took right here?
This is the context chart, for the next chart, which shows the trades. But it's a good way of showing that low and highs, support and resistance sort of thing that we most of us do.
This one here.
For this one here,
okay. Okay.
It looks almost the same, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
And it's another cheeky. It is a cheeky scalp. There's no denying that. It's sort of 5, 6 points.
Where did he
get? Very respectable. He's
in?
coming in at sort of 1556. I thought.
Okay, here it is.
Yeah.
Okay. And then he got out.
He got out right on. Well, he's going for target 30-minute demand zone price. So on the right, which is around about sort of 16, 12, 13.
Oh, okay.
As time stamp,
right, yeah. Is it right here? Is that it?
Yeah, around there. So same thing with David. It's kissed along those. I'll say that those VWAP lines. You just got to start scaling. You just got to start adding in. Ride it back up. Yeah, not a lot of liquidity he's going for. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, there's. I mean, one thing the NQ I find at least it hits areas of high liquidity like this, and it hit it twice, but they're in again, and it hit it again in here, and usually it reacts and comes up to the high liquidity, on the offer, and ultimately it did exactly that. But also there's something really to be said here about the higher time frame here. Like he is a pullback trade here. And this is a great area for a pullback trade. I mean, it's just a simple volume profile. This is where you get the extended range, and you can see how much traded in here, and he's buying down here, and then wants to trade it up to back up to the top of the range or the profile up in here someplace. And that's I think super simple. And if you've done this many times over, it's super solid as well.
It is. Now you've seen it today on oil. You've seen it on gold. Maybe less on indices, but those carved support resistant areas that will get tested. How much they react, as we can see here, where it's a full 180 and goes all the way back down. But great areas. And if John was on the call, of course, he loves those trades where he's got some liquidity as defense and so forth. And then, and he's trading this quite binary with a very, very tight stop.
Yeah. I don't know if Shark, if anything else that you wanted to add, or maybe DNT.
Yeah, there we go. You hear me good?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right. No, this is pretty cool. I like the higher time frame chart. So we appreciate you adding that higher time frame chart so you can see what's going on. I like to look for NQ as well for some confluence with ES movement too. And I like that whenever and Q kind of, gives some confluence with ES and it's pushing out like that, you get that impulse up. It struggled at first at that area, but then it impulsed up and then it pulled back to it. Like the first move down, it was a steep move down, but then it started to hold it and hold it and hold it, and then like on the down rotations, like these micro down rotations and these micro up rotations as it's like kind of consolidating there.
Yeah.
And then he bought the down rotation, and I've been actually trying to do that myself, but that's after you've already had that impulse pullback, and now you're looking for the absorption, and that's kind of like what he was talking about. So I really like this actually a lot. I like that the entries are tough. It's always tough with NQ, and I mean ES same thing, but
And if I cut across, please, there's a thread there. And I'm sorry, John, I keep abusing your name, John, but John, like when he teases me about, because I often do market entries, and I think this is a market entry, when really, if you're seeing your structure, you're wiser to put that limit order in a couple of points below, or something, aren't you? Or you should do, Bruce. Could do, Bruce. Says me.
And there's all kinds of different ways you can enter depending on how he was looking at it, right? I mean, if he was looking at that whole lower zone to enter, then I mean you'd be entering, and how many contracts is he using? So I mean there's a number of ways he could have done it, and if he's looking to like that whole zone beneath him, if he's looking to buy it and then put a stop on the outside of it, that's kind of a big stop, so it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
But it's
if I jump in for the answer on the volume bar, sorry guys, Dave's getting a bully here. So if this was the live chart, if you put your mouse over the 1,000 on the bottom left,
red.
Where? I'm sorry.
To pull the volume bars up, if you were
down here.
Yeah.
All right, gotcha.
It's there.
It's white. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, right. That's where you need to grab that and drag it up, and that'll bring the volume bars up on a real chart. Yeah. Thank you, Shark. Well done, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of there.
Yeah, Shark is the king in doing that. He stretches them up way high, so
brilliant.
You can see it in here. So
can't see the bubbles.
Yeah, I like them right out in the middle of everything.
Yeah,
you've got to have them up. Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Look at that. I think it's way up here, right? It's almost your entire chart.
Respect.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, no, I just put it as high as it goes.
Wow.
The bubbles are swimming.
Bubbles are going up, bobbing up and down on it. So, good stuff. Yeah, I mean, like I too, like, love these delta bars because you can see that, obviously you can see the volume in here per price level, which is fantastic to see that within the price action. So I like it so much better than a footprint chart. But they can be kind of spread out. So I really want to see this relationship of this compared to this, or over here, the buying versus the selling, and the bars combined with the bubbles really I find very, very helpful.
Yeah, no, they do. They're a big part of. Well, I think you all sort of sense that. And if I go back to that little web you did, it was Anna Coolin and David Coolin that got me into that volume price analysis. Before, I didn't used to pay a lot of attention to volume, and once I talked to those guys, that's it. Volume's everywhere for me. But the other thing I do, if I ramble, please, is that last week we were sharing the cattle, the GF trade, the GF chart, and there wasn't really a great correlation between the price action, the bubbles, and the volume bars. So I'm aware of that. It's not, Bruce, your signal service. So there were some days I'm looking at a chart, it might have been like wheat today or corn, and I'm thinking, gee, it's just not working today. So you need also to have a sense that it's maybe not working properly, or there's some logic that I'm not aware of why the price is going in one direction, the volumes should be taking it another. Yeah. But
Yeah,
that's the same about any indicator.
that's for anything. Yeah. And you know, that's why, like, guys, I know I've been kind of repeating myself quite a bit, but like that's exactly what the pilot program or the process in there is meant to do, is to through your own experience, you realize this is not what this is not what I know, this is not what I studied. And therefore you probably be like, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to risk a lot, or I just might just pass on the trade altogether. And that's just golden. And you know, I'm so convinced, guys, like, you know, in that pilot program, for example, it is all, I see traders talking about this all the time, and they talk about like, oh, well, you know, I kind of learned this or that or whatever. It's kind of chipping around the bigger subject of building your experience. And it's through your experience and also your you know, feedback, or the community and the support in the community, and others, and learning from others. That's experience as well. And it's that experience that will take you forward. And if it doesn't look right, you know, it looks like someone else's trade, it's not your trade, you just don't take it, and move on. Wait for your trade. And yeah, anyway, I'm convinced about it. So let's see, guys, is there anything else on this trade, or a series of trades here?
Not for me, but if he was on, I'd be saying, can you play this the other way? Has he learned to? He's doing the BTD, you know, buying the dip. Has he now mastered this setup for selling the top? Can he do it, you know, the other way around, or is he just playing it this way? Be curious. Because that's the thing I struggle with as well, Bruce. I have my setups, and they'd be great, particularly going buying the dip, but then selling it, I'm a little bit different when I shouldn't be. I should be sort of be able to go left, should be able to go right.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I don't find that to be true. Like,
Yeah.
if the trend is just starting,
Mhm.
and it, you know, from what I can see here, you know, this is a beauty.
Yeah.
Here's your impulse move. Here's your pullback. You know, and okay, now trade it back up to the top. You can take some off, but are you going to get another impulse move or extended move? We don't know. It
No.
might chop again. It might come down below here. Just go tap below and then come back in and then go off to the upside.
But what I'm really meaning, sorry, Bruce, is like these two here, he's buying the dip and he's taking it back up.
Uh-huh.
On a day like today, has he honed his skills?
Good to
so
go
he
the
can
opposite direction. I
Yeah, but
understand.
still using the same indicators and
Got you.
setups and levels. You know,
Okay.
that's the thing.
Okay. I thought you were fading it back in.
Oh, I will do. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Okay. Let's see. Any other comments or questions here? No. All right. So let's see. We'll move on to your next one, David.
Perfect. So we have just a simple Tesla trade. I wasn't sure if this was covered last week because it was the newest old one on.
Oh yeah, this is aesthetics, and I think he's in here, right? No, was he just in here? I don't.
Okay.
I know we may have covered this. This was October 28th. So yeah, it's possible.
We probably did. What, you know, very quickly then, I love the checklisting that he's doing. That is fantastic. Good to sort of see. He's on an Asian time zone, so I can see the time zone at the top. So he might be in Hong Kong, a country I used to trade out of a lot. Some of you know. There's the liquidity, so picking those words of magnets, of Scott, and everything else. Some lovely patterns here, Bruce. Some really nice, simple patterns where What I do like on the bottom left, you can see some heavy selling, but it's just not moving the dial.
Yeah.
He's on those vol bars. We'd like, obviously, those vol bars to be pulled up a little bit, but it's just not moving the needle. The price gets going, and then that gives you the confidence the price is going up to those upper levels. The question, of course, it's easier to say on futures than on stocks. Where's the scaling? You're in the trade, you're making money, you've then got market money to play with. Should be looking then to add very aggressively in, particularly when that price comes back down just below 457. You see that little sort of scoop down, and that would be a great opportunity when the white volume bars are picking up to really start to hit it hard.
Are you talking over here?
There,
457?
yeah, by there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you're
Yeah,
looking at this here.
This here, the
Yeah.
line's going sort of vertical. I'm sure the levels are building up. You've got the vol bars below. Then is the time, as he got in much earlier on, to go, yeah, I'm just going to roll the dice. Now, of course, that's a P&L decision management side, but that's the opportunity then to really sort of make some big bucks, or bigger bucks, says me.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it is interesting. I mean, we'll have to get more into like the low volume pullback. I mean, these are kind of variations of it, but we don't really have a really strong impulse yet.
No.
And but this is super strong. This is showing. And it goes right into and through. This doesn't, it slows it down a little bit on this little pullback here. Very briefly slows it down, but I'd like to see what happened after that. Did it just blaze through that 60 level?
And I do admit myself, I trade stocks like I do futures. Although you might say there's not a lot of difference, but I know the way I scale on that. The chart I wanted to show, Bruce, is an options chart. So if we perhaps leave that one there, unless there's any questions on it, and I've just brought up one of the equity hub charts of Tesla from that day. I've added in.
Okay. Just a minute.
Now, respect, this is not part of the Bookmap
this one
offering. Yeah, so if you come below that one, please.
Okay.
It should be part of the same notion.
Oh, got you. Okay. This one.
That one there, yeah.
The top one? Okay.
That's top one, please, yeah.
Okay.
Now, I've gone back to the date and I've pulled this off Brent's system. So I'm going to put a load of caveats on it because it's not a live chart, Bruce, and I can't scale back and bring the times in. But what I wanted to show, you can see where the market opens up, that sort of 450, just over 452. As you can see, I don't know if you can zoom in a little bit on that. That'd be great. Lovely. So we can see on the far left when it opens up, and it's quite a vertical take, which is where he's taking that trade. And this answers the question, what happens to the price?
Oh, right.
What I'm going to draw attention to, but I appreciate I might be wrong because, again, this is an historic chart. This is a live chart. You'll see the very large orange bar on the left of the axis there. That's calls. That's calls. Now, I don't know when they came in, back to my caveat. But if I'm trading Tesla or any of them, and then looking at this, and of course, other guys and girls looking at other charts, Trace and whatever, but where I know that those calls are coming in under my price action, then I'm feeling pretty bullish, or vice versa. If a load of puts are coming in. I'll leave that one there, Bruce. There's another chart below off the equity hub, which is the gamma. That's where I need other people. We need Jack here because he'd be all over this like a rush. I'm a simple person when it comes to this. So there's a gamma chart to the day, and we can see the curve is just dying off once we get above that 452. When I'm looking at that, I'm thinking, okay, this is more blue water than red water. That's just all I'm seeing. It Wentworth, you got that low volatility point. It's like, good, okay, we're through that. I can see the last close there. There's not a lot on the axis. I should be moving, but it's the other chart I pay more attention to. But it's these give me confluence with which then to trade hard.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, like this, I don't know where this kind of goes to here, but probably if we relate it back here,
Yeah.
you can back to this one, and 65,
Mm-hmm.
68, somewhere around in there, maybe 67, I guess, and and then you start to see the puts, or
Yeah.
let's just zoom in here. Yeah, so here are the puts, right? These are puts, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, here's the big gamma spike continuation, and then it just kind of dies off basically.
Yeah.
And makes sense. And
it's the phrase I use about the gorilla in the room. But for me anyway, when I'm looking at this, and I do the same obviously on NQ, and I'm looking at Qs, and it's just thinking, blue water, red water is a new phrase. Is it going to go? Can it go further, or am I going to hit a brick wall? So that using that will help, should help the ability to stay into a trade, add into a trade, and get out when you can see you are approaching a brick wall.
Yeah. Again, like a good confluence.
Yeah.
And yeah, makes good sense. Let's see. Robert S. I didn't see much from you. I don't know if there's anything that you posted recently that because I remember last time we spoke, we said we'd cover you, but
Robert is on vacation in Egypt currently. He's attending on his cell phone.
Okay,
Nice.
okay, got you. There
Nice.
we go. All right, so Robert, we'll have to get to you next time then. Let's all right. Let's so that's it for you, David, right?
It certainly is, sir. Thank you.
All right. Let's move on and let's see. We've got well, here we got Shark. And since you're up here, Shark, we'll jump with you, or actually maybe Shark, if you don't mind, since we've got Laura. She wasn't here last week, and it's in Germany, and it's also like almost 10:45.
Oh, please do, Laura.
Okay, okay, Laura. So let's jump in and we'll take a look here. Okay, so this is Vinny's markups, and it's been a while, Laura. Geez, like these are great. Yeah, beautiful stuff. I mean, again, boy, I mean, I would like to get more input from your side on NQ, or, I mean, God, this thing, just one lot, you can be up, 500,000, 1,500, or down easily the same amount very, very quickly. And you kind of like, what did I do wrong? Yeah, I don't know if anyway, I would like to get your take on that because when this thing is volatile, it really moves, and maybe consider the MNQ or maybe something else. Anyway, well, let's see. Let's just go through Vinny. He does such a good job with the markup. So checklist, you got your checklist, fantastic. And you've got, he says, a good checklist, your break of your trend line, clarity in the display, for example, breaking the trend line, yeah, outstanding. Initial liquidity 15 points, a quick in and out. Target high of the day, and then did you execute this trade satisfying your checklist? That's his question to you. And now let's take a look at your checklist or your actions here. So first off, higher time frame level. and you say, here's my key level area. Price did not drop into it. Okay, doesn't have to, but you're around your higher time frame level. And then you're looking around, you're really like keying in on the level and the order flow around the level. You've got your high liquidity getting filled on the bid. No problems there. You've got your trend line break. You've got a couple different trend lines, which is fine as well. And then there is a couple different structures. I saw John marking his charts up like this, so I just wanted to cover this because I continue to mention that a trend line, since we're going down and trading into high liquidity along the way, right? That's why I'm kind of using the trend line. But there's a structure break here as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got two trend lines. You get your higher time frame trend line, okay, which is great. And these traders do react to these areas. We know that. But you've also got your horizontal structure right here, and you've also got one up here. Okay, and they both coincide with those trend lines. So that's another thing to look at is these structures in here and who's in control in these structures or taking control. So you identified it very nicely. Looks to me like you got number one your key level. Number two, you've got your passive accumulation. Number three, you've got your break. Number four, you're starting to see it, okay, along the way here as it's going down. That's kind of tricky. We kind of want to see it right kind of before or as it's breaking or right after it breaks. We want to see that accumulation. But I think you're spot on, Laura, in this case. Like, although it's going down in here, we know that there are buyers here, and we know there are passive buyers in here. So once we can get back up above this level here, then it makes sense that you can see we did not revisit after, and this was the pullback here, and then it was just continuation trade after that to the upside. So this is it. I mean, in my feedback, Laura, like, beautiful job. It's one after another. Your content looks like this, and this is how you get good results. David, over to you.
Thank you. No, great charting, Laura. Lovely. We must catch up. We haven't caught up for a little while. Probably say it's been months, Bruce. When I lean back on this, we saw this sort of price action yesterday, Bruce, and we see it a lot in ETH, and it's the phrase I use, other use. It's a dog walk. The price is going somewhere. Like when you walk your dog, it goes off. It's then going to spend a particular bit of time, as you were highlighting, Bruce, in that number 4 area. And then it's going to be time for the dog to go back home. It's a dog walk trade to be had. I'm often bent out of shape on these because I'm very cautious on selling it down because I'm just looking for that 180 degree move and when it's going back up. How am I judging when we've reached the bottom? I'm then looking at the breakdown of the Mag 7. Particularly, I'm looking at Tesla, as we saw a little while back, and I'm looking at Nvidia and maybe some of the other ones, but predominantly 2 big stocks I'm looking at. And you'd expect me to say in the cash market, Bruce, I'm looking predominantly at the options, as you see John doing, looking for that what's going to be the reversal. And we had a bit of it today, but it wasn't aggressive like yesterday. And it just picks up. It just picks up speed, and you can see that, Bruce, within that box around number 4. So yeah. That's what I'm adding to the trade or to this context is that I think, okay, time of day again, market's opening, whether it's Europe or it's the US, whether it's Chicago for oil and so forth. It's like, okay, it's going down. How much is it going to go down to before we? So I'm more interested in taking the 180 trade, the counter trade, than I am when it's falling down. That's sort of my penneth on this one, Bruce. As well as looking at volume bars and everything else that you've got on here and ice and everything else, but it's that that context, that time of day.
Yeah. Time of day also, yeah, absolutely is huge. I'm just repeating myself, and then I'll turn it over to Shark and DNT. But this setup, and I know that you guys, like, a lot of times it feels like you're fighting it, as a reversal. But I think the lesson from this, to repeat again, is the understanding the passive liquidity and the reaction. People are getting filled, right? And maybe they're out of the trade. It doesn't matter. We just know that it is slowing down the sellers, and we're identifying that behavior, and then we're at a key level. Then we're looking for a structure break. For any reversal, a structure break has to happen. It just has to. And if you have buy volume on it for a break to the upside, you should get momentum. There should be some momentum, at least to the previous swing or liquidity, or large transaction that took place over on the left. We're looking for a retest back up there, and that's hitting your single. And identifying these elements, these 4 elements altogether, is what the setup is all about. That this will transfer to any other trade, with order flow and understanding it in Bookmap. So that's my diatribe and a repetition there. Turn it over to Shark.
I just have a little something for what both of you said. David, if I'm not mistaken, this lines up with William Shire's short-term reversal
Yes.
momentum time marker, like right where you pointed it out.
Yeah.
And Bruce, I would not have noticed this, but where you just drew the horizontal structure of the fractal trend line and then the horizontal structure of the higher time frame trend line, we get that pullback to that minor rally high, that little breakout high on both of them, like to the tick. It's like your words, you can't make this stuff up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is, we see it enough times. I mean, it makes sense that we're looking for reactions at those swings, and then that's it. And boy, it is so satisfying when you catch these, and they can be such good runners.
Oh, big time. Yeah.
When you do. And then there's like Shark, I don't know, maybe it goes back and forth with you. Like you're really happy that we chose this as the first trade.
I am.
And one of the reasons, and we've mentioned it a few times before, is just the like going back to like seeing you manage it when it didn't work, and also Duzman manage it when it's not working, and you're able to at least take some out or take a small loss, and then when you do catch the one that works, you can really nail it.
It definitely lets you know when it's not going to work, so you have at least a moment to change the plan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
true.
So DNT, I don't know if there's anything else that you'd like to add.
No, I mean, there's a lot that can be said about it. I like the comments. I mean, just her strength on not taking the trade, where she didn't like the on her bubble on the left side. She put her narration, and she just wasn't too confident, or she didn't feel too good about it, so she stayed out of it. And that's awesome restraint, because these things happen all the time. So like, for you to be selective about it is wiser, rather than the contrary, which would be taking every potential reversal in sight. So I really like the restraint, and it's like That's a lesson that I can take myself into. I could take that lesson to heart. So that's really good to see that.
Perfect.
Yeah,
It didn't tick number one of her criteria, I think, is the reason.
yeah, yeah. The not didn't drop into the higher time frame level.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Good catch.
this is a D&T. This is a really good point. I mean, she stayed out of showing that discipline, staying out of the trade, noticing it. She's here. She's at her desk. She's ready to trade, and has now enough experience to say like, yeah, no thanks. And that's fantastic. And just wait for the next one. Even though this worked out, and you can really kick yourself about it. What did she do instead? She learned from it. And then she has her criteria for why she didn't take it. You can go back and revisit that criteria again and say like, you know what? I've seen now missing a lot of these, and it's not the fear of missing out, but it's more of like, I've seen a lot of them work out. Maybe I'll take it and I'll try it, but with reduced risk. And instead
That's
of
right.
trading, let's say it's micros, instead of trading 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever micros, you're only trading a few, and and managing it, and that's something to consider. But I think this is the first step, and which is the hardest one, is I didn't take it because, and then she has her reasons. So way to go, Laura. This is really great. Okay, let's see, and see if I'm stuck here. Just a minute. Okay.
On a thread, Bruce, any chance you picking the screen grab I've stuck in the chat, please?
Okay. There you
This
go.
is, yeah. So this is from today. This is options from today. So I haven't, but it's what I was just trying to point out how David is looking for those. I'm looking more for the reversal, the 180, than I am the sell down, although I do trade the sell down. As I said, today wasn't quite as brutal as yesterday, but you can see the white line is the price, and this is on spiders. But I look at spiders and I look at Qs because the big tech are in pretty much in both, aren't they? And you can see just after 10 o'clock, you've got the orange and the blue line, which is the puts and the calls, are making a very concerted effort to get the patient out of intensive care. There's a real big move there on those options. You can see broadly it's gone from like minus 500 million to 750 million. So it's a, again, Brent would tell me off, but this, it's a billion plus move. They threw the kitchen sink and everything at it to try and get it to come up, which it did. But very quickly you can see the white line was selling off. So this is another lens, or one of the key lenses I'm looking at, as well as looking at Bookmap and what's going on with the bubbles and the volume and my ninja stuff. I'm looking at these charts and think, okay, I think the reversal is about to happen. I think we're going to go back up to the opening range bar to Wilshire to ORB. I can see the option boys are trying to do it as well. I'm safe. I can load in. I can be confident I've got a good trade.
What's the orange? Is that puts or calls?
That's calls. That's calls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
the
really
blue,
hard,
and
really hard moving up.
The
And the
blue
blue
is
is the put.
puts. Okay.
So that's people get. I sometimes get these wrong, but that's people getting out. They're like, oh, technical word shit. I don't want them. They're getting rid of their puts. I don't always use the word selling because then it's like, oh, you're selling. You're right. No. That's people get me out. I don't want them anymore. Please take them back off me. They're exiting their puts. Whereas the orange line is people are buying. They're saying calls. I'm buying calls. Yeah, I'm going long with calls. And as you know, Bruce, this line can then be split out to the 0 DTE, although maybe less important so early on in the frame. Where's John when you need him? Because he's better at this than David. But anyway, And what's my point? My point here is, let's say just after 10 o'clock, I'm thinking, okay, we've pulled up a bit, we're about to dip down. Right, I'm now going to go short with 3 or 4 contracts. If I'm seeing what the option boys are doing, I'm not going to do that, am I? Well, you're gonna. If you are, you're pretty bold to be going short just after 10 o'clock, having seen that the call options are going north. But it's a very tough day. You look at the numbers today, Bruce. There was 3.8 billion went through on this, and on Qs it was, I think, even higher number. So yeah, the Asian session's got a lot to do to bring this price back up.
Yeah, I have a hard time reading this, David, because if you say the orange is calls, the
Yes.
blues are puts. I mean, they're both buying, right?
The puts people are getting out of, so that they're exiting their puts. So they're like getting out. They're walking away from
So
that.
if you buy
bullish.
bullish. If you buy a put, it would go to the downside. Is that
It would
correct?
go to the downside.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
all right, I got you. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's made for like you can so you can just look at it and it'll easily kind of tell you if it's moving with price up or down. And
Yeah. Again,
it's
not a signal service. It's not, but it's a confluence. That's all. Yeah.
And this is the thing that I was going to mention. I've said that there's a lot that can be said about Laura's trade, and because it's not just Laura's trade. It's it's a reversal trade, and that's like the setup that we're learning to vet, or that's the setup that we're kind of learning the nuances of, that we're kind of honing in on. The first thing, like in the pilot program, and Bruce mentioned that some people have trouble with it, and some people really enjoy it, and that it really goes down to like your experience with reversals, and how much have you studied reversals in the past. And if it's new to you, yeah, it's going to be really difficult. It might be really difficult, it might not be, but because it's a trend line break, and it's like one of the most simplest things I think that most traders can kind of understand, even if they're not like super experienced. It's like a break of structure. But this reversals are tough. I mean, because the thing is you're looking at this chart and you're looking at the options, and it's moving with price. It's not really giving you like a lead or anything like that prior to. We can say that there is, but it's hard to really see that here. It really is just moving with the price. So as it breaks the trend line, as the price, like today, as the price broke the trend line, the downtrend from the opening drive. So the opening drive was kind of like going down strong, and then it reversed, and then the options kind of went along with it. So it's like moving with price, and it's always really difficult to judge that. But
It is.
the reversals in general are just kind of like that. Reversals are pretty difficult.
That being said, you would almost be able to draw a trend line right on this hero chart as well, right?
Yes. Yeah, you could do.
But
because, like you said, price is moving with it.
It's with me. It's not, so where I'm looking at my other charts about, you've seen some of my Picasso Ninja ones, and it's like, okay, we're going back up to the ORB. The options are doing the same thing. They're not against me. They're not going south. They're not like when Bruce was drawing the blue line down. It's not like, oh, people are selling. They're getting into their puts. Maybe not a good idea to go long at the moment, David.
So yeah, in all of this area in here, you would be like, yeah, I'm not gonna go long.
I'm not gonna go long there. No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a lot of weird things in here. Like I've seen some of these charts, and it's hard to kind of judge. Like how do you decipher this? And then here's price action here.
Yeah. It's like
exactly.
They're failing to move the dial on that one. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's massive call buying.
Yeah.
So
the white line is last price then.
Yeah, this is last.
Okay,
price.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's there's the reference point.
Exactly.
Else like it would be kind of gibberish. I think Shark. But yeah, this I mean, I don't know. I don't know how you determine anything out of that. And the idea here is, you know, that if, lots of people are buying calls, the dealers, they have to take the other side of that. So what they're going to do is hedge it immediately, and they will buy the underlying or buy the futures. Right now, for this, I guess they'd buy SPY. Is that right? Do I have it
Yes.
right? Okay. So that's going to be quite expensive, but they're gonna, they'll have to, if they're buying the underlying, and you see all these calls, like, why wouldn't, I mean, price should go up,
Mm,
but it's
That
not.
is a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know how to determine this. Maybe it's because they're buying to cover in here. I don't know. On the way down, like, and then anyway, yeah.
So there's since we brought this up, I'll see how fast I can do this. There's two aspects to the spot gamma thing. One, I really like the levels on the
charts.
levels. Okay,
Yeah.
it's like the hedge wall. So Brent has this like hedge wall, and he kind of gives like a risk pivot level as well, which is separate from the hedge wall. Now, like what I was going to mention to Laura is like, she mentioned because she mentioned in her bubble that we're in like new territory and all-time highs. So we've had like maybe 2 days up in the all-time highs consolidation area. So it's like a bit harder to trade, or we don't really have key levels in that area. And I understand like what she's saying, because we don't really have like established like levels to kind of trade off of when we're like up in all-time highs. Um, Something that I noticed is when we broke out into those all-time highs and we squeezed up higher, the market actually started to consolidate. So although the higher time frame is releasing and going higher and breaking out of lower consolidation, so it's going higher and making new all-time highs, the intraday is starting to compress. And like that's something that we notice when we're above like the hedge wall. And so like whenever you notice like the market is like in higher levels, and the market starts to starts to compress, well, that is like one of the features, or that's like one of the ideas with like options hedging, is like once we're like above this hedge wall, market starts to compress, and like there's like gamma dynamics and stuff that kind of like start to compress that intraday volatility. But when we're above that hedge wall, volatility is being compressed. And when we're below that hedge wall, so when the market starts to drop, like today, we opened below the hedge wall, like options levels shifted up or something, like I think overnight, and we opened below that hedge wall, and then like market starts to go down, and then you try to fade that move down. It's kind of difficult to get any like extension from it. It's just one of the interesting things like about the options levels that Brent kind of has there, and I really like those levels. Although like Hero itself is very difficult, I don't really I had a hard time with it myself, but I really do like the levels. So that's something of what Laura was mentioning. Although if we don't have like established levels in that higher consolidation area, you can kind of guesstimate that the market's going to be in like a compression. It's like somewhat compressed, and the possibility for like mean reversion is slightly higher. So when you're looking to fade, or when you're looking to take a reversal, when the market's up at like new all-time highs like that, or just in our highs or above the hedge wall, you have a little bit more possibility for like mean reversion. But when we're below it, like today, that mean reversion, although we did get it, it was like a two-sided like move down. It was really kind of difficult to get scaled. It's really difficult to go counter trend in a day like today.
On that point, sorry, Bruce, I've just stuck in, I think it answers some of the questions about unicorn level. So sorry if you're able to pull out my ninja chart, Bruce, from the chat. Thank you, Bruce. My Picasso. So this is the same chart of the hero, but it's ninja. Yeah, it's a 350 tick, and it's at the L3 level. So to your point, you're talking about the price came down, danced around L3, which is one of Brent's levels, was very well defended, and then those horizontal green crocodile teeth is my ORB, or respectfully, it's Will's ORB. So we've come down to the options level. We can see the options moving on the hero chart. There's my bottom voodoo in terms of KP2 and MACD, and then my racing lines, and we go back up. So a low risk relative trade. But
I'm gonna boss you. I'm gonna boss you around now.
Do so.
If you pull up my image, Bruce, which is right above David's.
Perfect.
So this is what he's talking about right here.
Yeah.
This is that breakout, which all the options got on, which is that green circle right there.
Perfect.
So this is where the options all really, really turned. You get this macro break of the trend line from the ETH, I think.
Yeah.
And then the options level really just like rip. And you can notice my horizontal rectangle there. That's kind of like the orb, I think that you're talking about, right?
It is, yeah. It is the orb, yeah. Love it.
Okay, so then it goes up to the top of that orb.
It does, to the tick, literally, doesn't it? To the top.
Yeah, almost pretty much to the tick, and almost tick. It missed the yesterday's low, so it almost closed the gap that we had at the open today, but it missed it right by like 7 ticks or something, and then it just goes all the way back down. But yeah, very cool.
It is.
And this was the higher time frame level. I was mentioning the volatility trigger. I also mentioned the risk pivot level. This is the risk pivot level. This is SPX 6800, I believe.
Okay.
So
it danced around gamma quite a bit today as well. The price did. Zero gamma. Sorry, Bruce. We're going all sideways from Bookmap.
Yeah. I guys, for people who are unaware or of the spot gamma, what's that's all about and everything. It's a service outside of Bookmap, but and why we're covering it in here, and why we're taking the time on it is, we're looking for the participants in the auction process. These are a big participant, and the game has kind of changed with the 0 DTE and the options. Like there's so much going on in there that it is affecting the price in the futures. So that's what we want to be aware of, the players and the order flow, the large players, and what we see, and that's what's important here. And what David and DNT are talking about is understanding their behavior and then looking in Bookmap to look for an opportunity to take advantage of. That's why we're covering it. Because if you look in Bookmap, you're thinking, okay, well, tons of buyers down here on the bid, tons of sellers up here, but we can see this here. Look at all that buying in here, right? And that's the hedging or the calls that DNT is mentioning here. And DNT is loading up the boat as well, right there as well. So, and you would think, oh, well, it's at the high of this structure. You have high liquidity here, that you'd trade it up to here and take your profits. But he noticed something different in here. So he's not looking at some of the technicals in here. He's looking at the options here, and then the confluence with the volume. Now he is targeting the high liquidity on the other side of the range here. So order flow is order flow. I mean, this is where the participants are. This is where the sellers are up in these areas. These are where the buyers are, in these areas, etc. So it all relates back to order flow. We just see large participants also at some of these levels in here. That's just to kind of bring it back full circle to the order flow.
Yeah, and if I can emphasize, sorry, traders, and I don't mean to sound too cocky or too arrogant or anything like that. I'd be very happy, Bruce, just trading with Bookmap on a laptop, as you've seen. It's
Yeah, this didn't have no hero. Wasn't looking at hero either. I didn't even know about that till you mentioned it. So I completely agree.
Yeah. What this gives me is it gives me more confidence to add in a couple more contracts, be a little bit more aggressive. I know you're laughing at me, Bruce. David, less aggressive. That's what this does. By having other tools, but you don't need them to trade profitably, not at all.
That's right. And like what I just mentioned to Laura about the higher time frame thing and being up at new all-time highs or up like the market's up and the options traders are hedging and the market starts to go into more of a consolidative type of state. We're just kind of going full circle back to what her comments were in the beginning. Like there's a lot that can be said about reversals, but it's the simplest way like to look at them is the way that Bruce has kind of brought it forward in the pilot program. It's supply and demand setup is what it is.
And states the obvious. If I'm trading oil, I'm trading wheat or corn or gold. I don't have any of these option tools. I know John looks a little bit at the options. I don't. I just look at my Bookmap chart.
Yeah, that's right. He's looking at more like on the key levels, and I mean, he'll do that when there's nothing happening or no opportunities in the indexes, the stock indexes. Okay, good stuff, guys. Let's move on. Let's get to some of the students. And
thank you, Laura. That was good post.
Thank you, Laura. Great stuff.
Yes,
yeah. There's one more actually from her. Let's just take a quick look here. Okay. It's the
cowhead dragon thingy.
That's right.
Oh, you guys are funny.
I love it.
Oh, is this the same one or is it a different one? So this is October 28th, so we might have already covered this.
She's drawn on a few, so it could be the same one. It does have the same smile.
Nice camel.
Yeah,
Robert, you've done this for Robert, haven't you, in Cairo? That's what you've done on his Nile cruise. Yeah.
The double humped camel back there. Anyway, yeah, I think we commented on this one before, so we'll
that's pretty funny.
Jump back and let's see. It's the same. Okay. All right. And let's jump back into. We got Shark. Right. Okay, Shark, you're up. Now this is on the. Okay, this is the 11th, so just a couple days ago.
Nice.
Okay, so transparency here. This was probably 3 or 4 trades into this price action in replay. I kept getting into this one late as I dialed in on this particular execution. But that's the same thing we just pointed out on Laura's chart is that entry at number 1 is into the minor rally high of the trend line break. That same pullback that I see over and over again. Yeah, it's right at where the trend line broke, the same level. So I'm entering into that level. That's a 3-lot entry.
Nice.
And then just adding 1 lot up there at 2 as it breaks that liquid. And just based on you see the delta getting larger and larger and larger, Bruce, after the trend line break, like the delta just, goes. So that does not look like exhaustion to me. That looks like she's going to go to my targets there, which are, I have a key level supply level up there by the trend line pivot high, where I just chase the trade in with the stop. But this isn't replay, and I did replay it several times where I kept getting in too late.
Okay.
Shark, I mean, awesome. I mean, like, this replaying this over and over again like that, this is you notice some of these things, like you said, the delta. That's not exhaustion, right? Here's your exhaustion here. You see it.
Yes.
You can see it in the red bars here. In fact, you get that. I continue to kind of say, like, that kind of head and shoulders. Like, you see some of these early buyers in here, but they're not really able to break the bigger time. They broke this small structure. They broke this small structure. They're not breaking this one up here. It's still trending down, and you're seeing back and forth though, right? So you see, sellers, pocket of buyers, sellers, pocket of buyers, lack of sellers, lots of
Buyers are
buyers.
becoming interested.
Exactly. So, and understanding that, and we're just talking about the aggressors right now. Understanding that, Shark, and seeing that over and over again, beautiful. They even scaled into it. When you
Yeah, I
saw
think
it.
if that delta wasn't growing, if buyers weren't becoming more interested, that would have been a good place to scale out rather than in.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a nuance in here that I think will serve you extremely well. Because this is David in here throwing like his 10 and 20 lots in,
Yeah, we'll get there.
Just like, like a machine gun, just bam, 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 bam.
I am the market.
Can you scroll that one to the right a tiny bit, Bruce? Is there
Sure.
any more of that chart there?
Sure, hold on.
Or maybe I can pull it up here. Let me see.
Go.
That's the
There we
11.
go. Oh, beauty. Look at that. Look at that.
That's the 11th.
Beautiful.
Just with that, the adding rather than scaling out is, like as you know, David, that's a big change. That's a 46 points out of 13 handles.
They love it. And that's into London close. If I've got the time, getting towards London close through London close as well.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
that's right. That's right at it.
There you go. 180 reversal on London close, Bruce.
Yeah.
Juicy.
Shire.
Juicy. Yeah. Mr. Shire. Yeah.
Yeah. And like, and we've, well, at least, like, I've just mentioned the aggressors. Here's your passive. Here's a little bit here. It never trades really. There's probably some in here, but it doesn't trade into this area, big area down here.
It never touches it.
Never hit it. And that's okay. I mean, the way we've been covering it, and the nuances, from you guys, like, starting to note that, okay, well, if we're not leaning on as much of the passive in here, we've got to lean on the aggressive. And you certainly got that one down here. Okay. I mean, there's no doubt about it that the aggressors are coming in hard, right? So that's the nuance, right? Sometimes we'll see the opposite. You'll see just massive walls of liquidity getting filled. And it doesn't take as much aggressors, though, to move the market higher. So that happens as well. But in this case, Shark, another one that I really like is, I think, again, because of that, the lack of passive at this point, you're kind of looking for that pullback after coming up here. And you nailed it too. You just nailed it. You can't get much better on the pullback. Here's a structure right here, and here's where it pulled right back to a couple times.
Yeah, that's I'm always looking for that minor rally high or that minor sell-off low inflection after the trend line break. It just seems to be so consistent.
Yeah, it's a good one. I mean, like, it depends. It depends on how much, buying comes in. Sometimes, you'll see this kind of, maybe it pulls back like this, and then you get this, and you will get one, other, bigger pullback that is kind of coming back into this previous range in here, but it's still accepting higher. I mean, then there'd be like the POC or something like that in here, or you can see where the buyers came in right here, right? And they're still buying, or there's still lack of sellers. So it's just a nuance in it, and you wouldn't really expect as steep or big of a move, but you would look it's still holding the four criteria. Anyway, let's see. Anything else, Shark?
No, just for David, I built myself a chart using William Shire's first his time frames, then his short-term reversals, and then his transition of momentum time markers, and I keep that thing on my desk at all times, and it's built to my time zone.
Nice. Well, on that key thing there of that time of day, Bruce, about ninth time David said it today, but by being aware that you're getting to that European close makes you minded that we could be up for a reversal, which you're seeing there literally to the minute.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you might continue adding in, thinking, we're going to the moon. There might be some upper liquidity, and you're adding in, just completely oblivious that European bourses are about to shut.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because there is no pattern up here whatsoever.
No.
I mean, it came straight up and it came straight down.
Then it went straight back up, Bruce.
And this is ES. This is not NQ.
It did that back and forth. It kind of.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, we never know, and we just try to look for these things where we get a good feel for, most of the, in this case, we're on the side of the buyers, and then take it up to key levels and exit at least partial, manage your trade. If you manage your trade, you're looking for this to go to the moon, you should have been taking some up here, maybe here or here. And I love it that Shark notices that, there's so much in here is going to trade into it, and you put it above it here, which is great. So you put it above. I
only wanted it at the break.
It has to break that. It has to trade into and through that liquidity and still see buying. And if you get that, you're in, and you're looking for the continuation. Great. That's a great nuance, Shark.
Yeah, and as far as replay and practicing execution, I try and find the one or two real opportunities on any given day, whether I traded it in real time or not, and try and go through it once or twice or in replay and just learn a little something from it.
Yeah. No, great stuff. So let's see here. Got a couple more, I think. Okay. Yeah, Shark, take us through this one.
This is Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
Yeah, same.
Oh, I remember this
one. Same kind of setup. Our trendline break accumulation. You see the difference in this one, Bruce, is we don't get that increasing delta. We get that exhaustion back into selling. It did work its way to the trendline pivot high target, but in this case, I entered the trade. I scaled out 2 as sellers came back in, and then added 1, holding a 2 lot into the trendline pivot high target. And this is that execution that I want to improve at, and I have been improving, working with this setup specifically, excessively in replay. My execution in the live market has improved quite a bit just from going over the same thing over and over, right? It's like taking the free throw hundreds of times, just repetitions.
Shark, this is so great. I mean, this is a 180 from where you were just a few months ago. Maybe a handful of months ago, like maybe the summer, but like
I used to get stuck in the kill zone,
You were over
and
in here, you
yeah,
know?
this-
This is so different. I mean, like a different person. Um, it's fantastic. And I love it. What you just said is through your experiences, through that repetition, you gained experience. And due to that, this is how you're trading it. And you'll look for it again and again. So this was 3 lots, right?
that was 3.
Okay, and then this is you scaled out 2.
2
Um,
out, and that's based on that same thing, right? I don't see the delta increasing. I see exhaustion and sellers coming back in,
right, right.
right? So
So
take 2 off, and if I get stopped out on that last one, I'm happy.
okay, and then your last one was here at this point, right?
That's where my stop was.
Uh,
I added to it at the number 3 up there. I
right,
added 1 back in.
right. And then there's a stop for that one, and then it looks like you moved it up again, or is that's exiting? So
Well, that's exiting one of them, Bruce. If you go to
okay,
the next screen, so this is the next part of what I'm trying to practice drilling in execution is looking at the bigger picture, right? So I want to think big and just think what if. So in this case, and Tom B's thing, if this then that, if not then what? Well, in this case, I'm thinking, what if this just rallies for the rest of the day straight into, and just doesn't stop going up? And
that's what it did.
yeah, so as you know from the trades I post, once I get to my target, even if I'm trailing with the stop loss, I'm trailing it super tight, and I'm definitely getting taken out on one of the little pullbacks somewhere around my target. So in this case, I wanna have a plan to keep something in the trade if it's going to continue. If I get knocked out, I'm happy, and I'm free to look for the next better entry. And if it doesn't take me out, then there's another piece of the pie.
Right, right. Yeah,
So that was just a single.
I love it. I mean, and then just the discipline and the holding. It's great. It's great stuff. And um, you're doing exactly what Bogdan talks about. Okay, so with the pilot program, you're going deep, right? Getting really good at this one thing, and you're starting to go wide though, and like looking into, well, maybe I'm going to manage it a little differently. Maybe I'm going to look for, if this is a big reversal, then I'm going to be looking to hold this for the rest of the day. You're adding different things into your kind of knowledge, and your kind of uh, expanding your threshold. So that now you're starting to go wide with it. It's the next step in evolution. So way to go, Shark.
Yeah, I need to, like in Bogdan's words, I need to be that minimum viable trader,
Right.
use the skill set that I have, and monetize that skill set.
And that's why we say, like, just hit the single to begin with. Get out, get in, get out, build the confidence, make a little bit of money, repeat it again and again, and get good at that. And you did, and now you're like, well, wait a minute, I notice it
What
does
if?
these other things too, and I'm going to set myself up for that. And again, you're using replay mode though too, right? To learn
Very
how
much
to do
so.
that. Yeah.
I trade live every day in the first 90 minutes or 2 hours, and some of my replay trades are trades I took live. They are refined. There may be some curve fitting. I'm looking to improve my execution. Some of my replay trades I did not trade live, but it's where I see an opportunity that I want to learn something from.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great. Um, and great discipline. You've got a program set up for yourself, and it's working. And you go back and you learn from it, adjust, and then take it to the next day of trading. Guys, any questions? I guess turn it over to David. David.
Muted.
David's
Sorry.
David's gonna say time of day.
No. Well, obviously, yeah, time of day. But the one I'm going to talk, I've mentioned this before, and this was something I learned on Forex. I used to trade a lot of Forex. Is the angle of the price action. So you've got at the bottom box the aggressive accumulation, and then you've got that pickup of those green bubbles while they scoot away. That's got to be what 80 degrees going upwards.
Easy.
Those bubbles. Easy, yeah, and I know. So I'm repeating it. I used to have a protractor, a 360 protractor on my desk, and I'd hold. Thank you, Bruce. I'd be holding up, and I'd be clucking bell and swear words like that, like a drunken sailor. And I'd be going, right, we're above a certain angle. That means we're moving. It's time to get into a trade. It was, let's say, on my metaphorical checklist. That's the thing. That's showing you the price is moving at pace. You see it on a tick chart, but that's really moving at pace. That's what I got to add to that chart.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to get protractors now, Bruce. You can see it.
Yeah, I mean, it's so funny because
off they go.
I have one in my desk behind me, David. I just haven't put it on the trading desk. I will now.
Off to 5 and below, if you have 5 and below in your states.
Yeah, it's like it's funny. Like I think so this is like 10:30 over here. Is that right?
Yeah, 3
East
hours.
Coast time. Yeah, okay. So webinar had already been going on. I remember seeing this, and it's going against us, and I'm like, or not going against us. It's like we're looking for this trade in the bigger picture.
We were waiting for this one to happen.
And it never happened during the webinar. I mean, it's just so frustrating. Like, I go back and look at it later and I'm like, oh, God. But anyway, it's beautiful stuff, though. And it's all here. I mean, look at all that passive liquidity getting filled. And then David with the aggressor in here. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Right. Here's look where we get the swing up into where it kind of dropped from in this structure, right?
Yeah.
As well as just the massive selling right here and all that liquidity as well. So you can look for those areas as the price action has memory where a lot of those transactions took place. Yeah, I mean, even here, and that's going to fit into your volume profile pretty nicely. Anyway, tough one in here. I mean, for a low volume pullback, it's not really low volume.
No, it's not.
But you'd be
buyers
kind of
won.
Yeah, buyers won, and I still didn't even see them up here. I see them where you mention them, but it's already kind of broken there at that point. But anyway,
and that buying, I call it wrongly or rightly, Bruce. I call it machine led. I have to say that in Discord, ML, algo. You can't, like you when you're drawing a trend line. It's a ruler. It's going up. It's like bid all the way up. They really are driving that price up.
Yeah.
That's a good analogy, David, like a ruler.
Yeah, it is.
Thanks. Let's see. DNT, do you have anything to mention?
No. Just these. I like that you scale too. So me and Shark do 3 lots, and you scale too. So if depending on your stop, you're in the money, and if that thing comes all the way back on you, you still make money. Even if you don't move your stop and it comes all the way back to your stop and takes it, you still leave that trade with money.
Yep.
And then you leave one for a runner. And I have been having a lot of trouble getting my runners lately, but
That's
these
smart.
past 3 days. So it was Friday, Monday, and Tuesday, where you get these just really strong reversals. And it's cool that you went back and replayed it, Shark. And they closed on the opposite end of the initial balance. They traversed the whole range. So it was a neutral extreme close like 3 days in a row. And you don't see that a lot, but yeah, it's nice when it happens.
Music to me is I love you talking about scaling, all of that stuff. It's great. It's really good, guys. Love it.
Yeah, the 3 lots, the 3 lot, everything changes going from a 2 to a 3 lot. It just gives you that extra piece of the pie to work with.
Yes, it does.
And then
And to
when you
leave those runners, yeah.
and then when you're ready to start stepping up, you try. It's the same thing. If you were to scale that 3 lot, I think the 3 lot's fantastic, man. I like it a lot. And then when you go from 3 to 6, it's the same concept. It's the same concept. You get 2 out at that next swing high, you're
Yeah.
in the money, and then you can hold. Then you have 2 runners. Then you can take it at the next, key level, and then you can take the
And give
last one
yourself
at
a
wherever
couple
you
more
want.
options.
Yeah, it starts though with one, right? So I mean,
Yes.
So
it
you
takes
mentioned
time.
Bogdan. You mentioned Bogdan, Bruce. Just anybody that's interested in Bogdan Stykescu from Axia Futures, or his book that we've had a couple webinars on. He just started a book club, and it's a live reading of the book every other Thursday. And anyone who's interested in that book or what Bogdan has to say, the first reading was phenomenal, and I recommend it to anybody. I'll grab a link and I'll stick it in the pilot program somewhere. Oh,
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, sounds great. We've been just so busy that he, God, he's such a gentleman, and reaches out, and he's been so supportive. So would love to do more soon with him. I just haven't had time to really kind of catch up. But yeah, sounds great, Shark. Throw the link in for sure.
yeah, it's cool. It's him live with the book, just being himself, and he's such a charismatic guy. It
Yeah,
was really fun.
yeah, yeah. Um, Yeah, so let's see. I think that's everything. Shark. Uh, yeah, we went through that. And let's see here. Oh, there's this one too. It looks like. So
If we
this
have,
one
if it, let me see.
didn't work out. It looks like. So I don't know if maybe this can help out Duzman. If let's see, it looks like this was okay. So this is what's going on in this one here. And what I see, I think I remember. So this is 9:30, right? So this is the cash open. Here's your impulse move. And now this is all the chop during after 9:40 here. So our 6:40 East Coast, and then all of this chop before looking for that second impulse move. In fact, you can kind of see the even this kind of flag pattern or this break here above here, stop people out or get people going the wrong way. No one up here, no one interested. There's just exhaustion. There's selling. It just trades up here, tries to see if there's anything up here, and then we get another one. And this is a beautiful entry right here for the continuation to the downside. But Shark, go ahead. What if there was? Because I see you got in here, and you got out here. You actually took a winner out of this.
Took a winner out of it. Yes. So my high time frame level here, and DNT and myself have been reaching high time frame levels in the program chat, is a key auction reversal from October that every time price gets to, it reacts in one of one of three ways, right? It gets hung up, it rejects, or it gets hung up and it follows through. But every time price gets there, it remembers that that level is there. So that's exactly where this early reversal in the day was. I think it was, I don't know, 15 or 20 minutes after the bell. And yeah, and I targeted that same area, the break of structure, the minor rally high, and just got in on a pull back in, and then as price pulled back away. But now that I look at it in hindsight, the aggressive accumulation wasn't really there. The buyers are definitely stronger in that area.
Yeah.
It did come in a little bit after, but once again, we see buy delta decreasing rather than increasing. And as I put in the post there, exhaustion as she rolls over, what I call donkey face exhaustion.
Yeah, 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 exactly. This is this is exactly where we need to see buyers coming in, or especially at the swing right here, and there's nothing,
No.
and that's where, like, it, the market rallied, it tried, it auctioned it up into this area up in here, and just we're not seeing buying interest. We roll back in, we break some structure here, we get a retest here, and we get the continuation. Captain Hindsight is always right.
Oh, we have none tonight, Bruce.
Captain Hindsight is always right.
You can explain anything. You look like a genius.
But like you mentioned, though, Bruce, even in this case, when the trade rolls over, it fails. We move our stop up. This is 6-ish handles of price action that yielded 12 points on a failed setup. So, like you mentioned earlier, I think that's a really great upside to this trade in particular. Is you have that kill zone, that little bit of time to adjust the plan if necessary.
Yeah, I think so. Like, and it also just makes you really aware of, what are these elements in here? It's like, there's a lot of buyers in here, and they're getting filled, and you do notice that they're, buying starting to pick up here, and you notice it here, buying starting to pick up in here, and so it's looking like it, kind of wants to work here.
I thought so, and this
Yeah.
is this is not my typical replay. This is in real time, and I was looking for a target at 67.25 ish, which we never got close to.
Right, up here. Yep. Yeah, and it failed, and it never reversed. But you're still, you're putting those pieces together, and then starting to understand, like, okay, like, it failed, and I still took some money out of it. And Duzman, I'm just I'm trying to parlay this over to you, because I continue to see you take this trade, and I just keep on seeing this really bad luck of your as it's going to all-time highs. You see these elements, but there's so much momentum behind the move to the upside, that it slows price down for a bit, and then it continues. And
how do we take this, Bruce? How do we take this exact type of PA and use that information that we just paid for and reverse our bias and trade it to the downside? Which one of our setups would that be?
Yeah,
Would
yeah.
that be the failed mid-morning reversal?
Yeah, there's a few. I mean, like, it's a classic one to see. I think again and again. Like, there's three. There's the wedge pattern. Okay. And
Maybe you've heard of the wedge pattern before.
Write these down.
So, here, I think this is even 930 here. So this is almost the exact same trade. So
Yeah,
impulse move, all this chop, and this one's a little different. The nuances are different, and you get your lower high in here, and then there's some exhaustion up in here. There's some here too. I would look for it to roll over here. You get one more push, and then you see the dagger come in. So there's that one. There is the flag pattern failed breakout. Okay, this is very similar to sometimes you see it up in here, or sometimes you see it right at the end. This is very similar to the Wyckoff spring slowdowns trade of choice. But the thing is to look for it to go with the trend. So that would be the same here. So this is almost exactly the same as this price action here, right? So there's just no liquidity up here. You get exhaustion instead of lots of liquidity up here. That's the difference between the two here, I think. But it tried, it failed, come back in, look for the aggressors to come in and start to move it. And you don't really see too many aggressors in here moving it either. Not until way down here do you see those aggressors come back in. But a lot of times you will get them on the other side, right around here, right? You look for the big red dot right around in here. And then look for that. That's when to look for, I think, for the follow through. Pull back, follow through. So anyway, and then there's one more shark, and that is the failed mid-morning reversal. This is a little different. These are all so similar, and they all happen the same time of day. But this one is the difference here is this looks like shoulder, head, shoulder. Everything's looking pretty good. Leg 1, pull back. Leg 2, it can't go. You get a double top up here. And you get to move back down. You start to see some selling build. Buyers try again. They exhaust out, and the sellers come in.
And there we break through that last shoulder.
And that's when we break through. But they all have the same, and this is really the key, I think. Impulse move. This kind of pull back and chop, impulse move. Yeah.
Seen that a lot today, Bruce.
Yeah. When there's strong impulse moves like that, this is quite typical.
Yeah.
So it's one of those kind of variations in there somewhere, I think. That might help out.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely go back through those 3 videos multiple times. Because this loss. I mean, this isn't a loss; it's a gainer. But this failed trade, in my mind, is paying for information. Now, what can I do with that information?
Yeah, well, I think you're making the leap here, Shark, is into the higher time frame. And understanding the kind of bigger picture of impulse move, and then some chop, and then impulse move again.
Yeah, and that key auction reversal is just about worn out. I think it's almost time to remove it from the chart.
And it's also time of day is really important on this one. Because after you get that impulse move in the first kind of opening drive, that's when this kind of starts to set up, and it happens so frequently. Anyway.
Well, thank you, everybody. I very much appreciate the insight.
Yeah. Likewise.
Yeah, guys, I'm sorry it's getting late, but you know what? I want to go over a couple of trades with Low. And
Nice.
Bring him up to the stage here. Because he's been doing some great work. So Low, come on up. And let's see, I got a bunch of yours here. Why don't we do this? We'll just kind of pick which one you want to go over. You got some interesting ones, or maybe there's another one you want to go over that I didn't pick here. Here's one here. This was what day is that? Oh, the 12th of November. This is the 10th of
That was
November,
yesterday.
and this one is the 11th. So here, let me put them in order. 10, 11, 12. Okay. So you tell us. Welcome.
Hello, Bruce. Hello, everyone.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me. And I want to start by saying that I learned a lot from you guys. I only have 4 weeks since I'm in the pilot program,
Wow.
but I learned a lot, and also from Shark, especially because he was also at, as you guys said at the beginning, he was not so patient, but now he really transformed, and I really admire him. Yeah. Okay. Then stepping into my trades. I try as much as possible to take the trades on real account, on real money, only when I'm sure about it. Otherwise, I'm only scalping, and I'm random. I have random takes on the scalping, only going in and out fast. I don't like to see a losing position, so that's why I don't like that. I'm not patient. But I'm building it with this TLBA setup. So starting with this one, yeah, I noticed some accumulation, some passive accumulation, and I had a structure, some structure. I tend to watch a lot at pivots, but not exactly pivot highs or so, but the ones which the market turns several times against it. And this was a higher time frame one, and the high volume node also for a higher time frame. And I noticed accumulating. Then I saw a lot of liquidity underneath, which typically is not a good sign. But I saw this several times when it's layered really close to each other, that the buyers are anxious to go in. And when they put liquidity in the books, when the price reaches that point, it's also a bullish sign. So I'm going in aggressively. My idea is that I go in as fast as possible and I keep a tight stop. Usually I go in with 3 lots, and I front run the liquidity. What Shark says to me, showed us earlier, yeah, that's a good idea, that when it goes through liquidity to add in a bit more. But here I went in with 3 lots, I think. Yes, I went in with 3 lots and I scaled out. Yeah, that was the idea. Then I trailed my stop and eventually I got stopped out. Yeah, that was what happened. I don't look. I'm taking. You know what I'm doing with the replay files? I take them randomly. I don't remember any of the files. I just look and retake them after a period of time.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
I don't like to look at charts. To lie to myself.
Yeah, I think that's great. There's enough in there that you probably won't remember them too well. Even though, let me show your journal here. I don't know when was the last trade you took here. This was like a month ago, or some weeks ago. But look at all these trades that you've taken in replay mode.
Beautiful.
And
sorry for interrupting you, Bruce. You should click on you have a limit set on 29th of October.
Right. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, my bad. Oh, look at that. So, you've got 217 trades in here.
Whoa, beautiful.
In replay mode. And, talk about building experience. So, I can only imagine like you're becoming a complete expert, or at least you have a super good feel for it, and you know what it looks like in the live market when it unfolds as well.
Yes, concerning that, you know what happened today? Today, okay, I went all the time. I went in on short on my real account today for all the pullbacks that were on low volume, but I went in towards the downside, and I also tried to take all day. I tried to take the reversals at every level that there was. Okay, maybe it was not the best idea, but every reversal I tried to take, every TLBA setup, and they all failed today. So I mean, I didn't lose money on it, but the idea is that I always went in with 3 lots. I took out one, took out second, and left it running with 1 lot on almost break even. So I mainly made no money, but at least I didn't lose.
Yeah.
But I'm not afraid, as what I wanted to add because of this, that Laura said that she was afraid to take the trade and stuff like that. You must not be afraid of the trade. You just need to go in, minimize your loss, or I don't know, take it to break even somehow, and then let it run. So this is what I'm trying all the time.
Yeah, and I think that's fine. This is the way you like to trade it, and if you've got the experience to show you, or tell you like, hey, I'm gonna let this, give it a shot and let it run. It's setting up that way. It looks like it should, and I'm gonna manage it that way. Great. So you're going to have, though, that you're going to have a lot of break evens or maybe small losses and maybe some small winners. It's going to happen a lot. And then you're going to hit like, a few, maybe one a week or one every 2 weeks or something like that. You're going to knock it out of the park. That those kinds of trades make your journal go exponential. So it's up to you. Like some people, like they need more or what is it? They needed to confirmation that it's working and build confidence, and then take some off, hit the single, and you then don't be depressed. Like you won't be depressed if it comes back and it hits you and knocks you out, because you would have taken money out. So it's up to you. If you're fine with that low, then go for it.
Sure. Thanks, Bruce.
Guys, I'll turn it over to let's see. So you've been talking with Shark, so I'll turn it over to Shark.
Fantastic work in the replay, Low. 200 and some trades. That's phenomenal. I mean, you're really putting in some reps. You're definitely gonna have some takeaway from that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Shark.
DNT.
No, nothing. I mean, he's killing it. I like your work, man. Keep it up.
Thank you, DNT.
Laura just put this in.
Thank you,
this is your trade station. Is that right?
Yeah, it's mine.
OMG.
It's beautiful.
It's a work of art. That's
It's
amazing.
composed of three 355-inch Samsung OLEDs, I think, or something like that.
Wow. Yeah, that's.
You said 53?
55.
55? Oh, very nice. Okay, cool.
It's amazing. I love it.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like you're running a lot more than just a few trades. I'll tell you that.
National Grid.
I mean,
yeah, I have
running some sort of like government agency or something. I don't know.
NSA.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's super clean and clutter free. Maybe that was for the competition, but my trade desk is covered in notes and scribbles and stickies and just it's really amazing, beautiful.
Yeah, I didn't know that it's any competition on that. No, my desk is all the time like this clean. I don't like to have anything on the screen, on the desk. I have stuff on the screens when I want to. I can place I have real estate a lot, and I can put everything on the screens, whatever I want to have, sticky notes or stuff like that. But it's all
Nice.
digital over there on the screen. I don't like anything on my desk. So, and I didn't know that it's any competition. I just put it over there in because
Well,
I saw
there
that
was a
people were
competition
putting
a
them in.
while back.
Yeah,
Oh,
you,
okay.
you missed it, Lo.
You may have
But
won.
yeah, you would have won. I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
Yeah. Great.
I think we'd all probably agree on that. Um, but uh, well, anyway, let's see, guys, or David, any comments on the trade or his process or anything here?
I just, yeah, please. I just chip in on the process, the trade management, rambling there. The thread you picked there, Bruce, in terms of the setups we have, the style that we have, the days we trade, the times we trade, all of those things, is that some of us are chipping away and we're trying to make a couple of bucks every day, every week, every month, and that's how we do it. And yet there's other people who are, they may make nothing this day, maybe nothing tomorrow, lose a bit tomorrow, and then come Monday, that's their big day. That's their day for a month. And Scott used to talk about that a lot
Yeah.
as well. So
Yeah.
again, it's my golf thing. It's finding your own game around that course.
Yeah, totally. Let's just take a step back here and like look at some things just for example. And Lo, we'll have to reconvene it with you another time. We're kind of out of time. We're over our time, but I want to go over more of your trades because they're so good and it's so worthy. But like let's suppose you are new to trading. You don't know about like time of day. You don't know about the London close. You don't know about like passive accumulation. Well, one step at a time, and start to put the pieces together. You'll get there. Like it, and reflect. But it has to be your experience. I keep mentioning that. I'm just so convinced of it. And you will get there. But there's no secret sauce. There's no like, once I turn the corner, I'm going to be profitable all the time and I never have to study again. It's the opposite of that. You're going to be going and learning and nuances always. But you're going to be over that hump of what like Bogdan talks about, that minimum viable trader. You'll know like, okay, this is like how I got there, and I need that kind of core, those core elements that that's what got me going. And then now I'm going wide. I've gone deep. I've focused. I know how to do that. And now I can go look at other setups. I can put these pieces together, and that's going to take a long time. I mean, that's why it takes the traders, veteran traders are take some decades. One caveat here, or caveat, I shouldn't say that. One bonus is with the replay mode, exactly what Lo is doing here. You're going to build that up much quicker by making all of these trades in here. And gaining all that experience very quickly. So here you are back in this is June 18th. Okay, so kind of mid-June. To November. So or mid-November. So you've got July, August, September, October, November. 5 months in here, and all of you've learned along the way in here, and putting these together.
And all done in 4 weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is your take on the replay mode. And one more thing, Bruce. If you look on your private messenger, you can check also my real account. I shared it with you.
Okay.
I just created it today, but it's for the trades which I took today. Only the small scalps.
Okay. Okay.
I mean scalps. They turned into scalps because they didn't work.
Okay. Okay. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. I'll take a look. I'm afraid to show Robert S's guys because he has performed extremely well. And I don't want to show the numbers because I think you guys will look at it and go, oh, cool. You know, like all you have to do is go partake in the pilot program and start throwing money around in the market. And I can be like Robert S. It's the opposite. Like Robert has put in, Robert and Lowe kind of came in around the same time, I believe. And they've been putting in tremendous effort. For them, I don't think it's like effort. I mean, they enjoy it. They're passionate about it. They're into it. That's an important part, I think, as well. So, you put in that effort, and then this is what you're going to get back, right? After going through having a structured process, that's how Robert was able to, achieve what he's done so far. Anyway, guys, yeah, it's really fantastic work. God, I've been yapping a lot. This whole academy. I'm sorry, I have to apologize. The whole idea of the academy here is not for me to talk, is to turn it over to you guys and open the mic for you. David, any comments? Anything you want to go over? And we'll go around one more time here, and I'll keep quiet.
No, I'm good, thanks, Bruce. The enjoyable thing about this, Bruce, appreciate I've had a bit of sort of AWOL, is that each week, whilst we talk common themes, there's new things that we share amongst each other, and hopefully there's some lessons for all of us, you say if it is a school day, that make us a sharper trader tomorrow.
All right, perfect. DNT, over to you.
I'll just echo exactly that. What you learned, what came across your mind today is your reflection based off of your trading of what you did today. Write it down. Remember, you want to remember what you spent your time here, your 1 hour or 2 hours doing today, and then revisit it tonight before you go to sleep. And then look at it again in the morning. Like, don't let this be wasted time. Take this time, let it soak in, and then come back tomorrow, be a better trader. I like that, David.
Perfect, sir.
Shark.
It's fantastic to be part of a group, part of a team. The Bookmap Academy has been very life-changing for me. And the pilot program, we started it with just 4 or 5 of us. And to see all the new members embrace it and see how well they're doing and how much work they're putting into it. Lo, Robert, everybody involved. It's extremely inspirational to me. So thank you so much and keep up the good work.
And Lo will let you finish it off.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty much everything said by Shark. What can I say? He really has his stuff with work. But what I can say, my take on this is that this group is phenomenal, and I learned a lot from you guys. And right now I have trust in this system. So whatever trade I take, I know that even if it doesn't work, I still take a small loss, and I'm happy that I learned something out of it.
Thank you all. Nice session. We'll get into even more in the near future.
Perfect.
Have a good night, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Take care.
Thanks all.
Keep safe. Bye-bye.